Welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews, starring your host, One Star Weak Foot, and our review specialist, One Star Weak Foot. Good evening and welcome to the One Star Weak Foot Show, your one-stop shop for player reviews. I'm going to be your host today, One Star Weak Foot, and it makes me feel tremendous to see you back on the channel. Thank you very much for tuning in. So, as you can see here, we are on the Broke Boy RTG account, and I'm going to be reviewing a player that I tried for 20 games in the weekend league. I tried him for the first 20 games, and then I went ahead and sold him. And I will get into the reasons why I sold him later in the video when I do the review portion, but it's going to be this 93 rated Hugo Sanchez. And this is a card I was looking to try all year. The only thing that was keeping me from trying Hugo Sanchez or his other cards is his lack of composure. As you guys know, he has amazing stats, but then his other cards had like composure in the 60s, like completely unusable composure. I didn't even want to bring him into any of my teams, whether it was pay to win or RTG. I just don't want to do it. Now with this card, they've upgraded his composure to the point where now he's a very usable card. So let's look at this card a little bit closer. He's 5'9". He has high medium work rates. He's left-footed. He only has 3-star skill moves, which I'm already seeing is going to be a con, but he has the 4-star weak foot. As I said earlier, I played 20 games. I played the first 2 days of weekend league with him. I forgot the exact stats I got, but they were nothing too crazy. Before we go any further, if you're enjoying the content, if you want more content like this, do me a favor, hit the like button down below. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all you guys at home for watching this video. So, we look at Hugo Sanchez. He looks like a very well-rounded striker, perhaps the best Mexican striker on this game. No shade to Luis Hernandez, but I mean, this guy looks better. He has the pace at 93. His shooting stats are, I mean, pretty much all ticking the boxes. He has the attack positioning, the finishing, the shot power. The only thing I think he's missing here is his traits. He doesn't have the finesse or the outside foot shot trait, so I don't really like that, but at the same time, his stats are really good. His passing stats are very nice. Of course, the one thing that does stand out at you here is his lack of long passing, but being that he's a striker, I don't think it's a big deal at all. His dribbling stats are solid. I mean, all around the board, they're just amazing stats. And his physical stats mean that he should hold his own if he gets challenged. If he gets the position to shield the ball, he should be able to shield quite effectively. So, without further ado, I'm going to take you over to our review specialist in the studios, One Star Weak Foot. Take it away. Thanks, One Star. So, according to Footbin, this card's going to be costing you 660,000 coins on the PS4 market. Is he worth that? I would have to say not quite. Unfortunately, I can't recommend it for that price based on my experiences, but we're going to break down the stats though nonetheless. First, we're going to talk about his pace. He has 93 pace and in-game. I mean, it definitely feels like that. He accelerates very effectively out of skill moves. He is able to beat the defensive line more times than not. And once he's in behind, he stays in behind with his 93 sprint speed. That being said, I would say he's a step below the Ryan Kents, the Mbappes of the world. He doesn't feel like he has that elite pace, but he does feel very quick. Overall, his pace is a 9 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about his shooting, and I had no complaints whatsoever about this guy's shot. He felt very clinical in the box. His finishing is 97. It definitely felt like that. If you get it on his left foot, inside the box, near post, GG's. It's going to hit the back of the net. His finesse shots were very reliable. His attack positioning was decent. I would say he has 95 attack positioning, but for whatever reason, he did go missing at times. I'm not sure exactly what it was. I had him on stay forward, get in behind instructions in a 4-2-2. But he did tend to disappear from time to time in game. I'm not sure exactly what that was about. He has 95 shot power, which means that if you hit it on target, that thing's hitting the back of the net. His long shots are very solid as well. Overall, this guy's shooting is a 9 out of 10. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's passing. And I would say his passing was good enough for his role. I mean, he's a striker, and he does have to link up play from time to time, being that, you know, he was playing in a 2-striker formation. He did that just fine. His short passing is 87, vision 86. So he's going to be able to handle the main necessities as far as strikers go. He's not quite a playmaker. I wouldn't call him that. I wouldn't play him at the cam position. His long passing is actually pretty average. I wouldn't really do any long passes with him, but being that he's a striker, he's gonna be the furthest player forward. I don't anticipate that to be a game breaker or a deal breaker or anything like that at all. Overall, this guy's passing is an 8 out of 10. It's solid. He's able to link up play, but he's not amazing either. Next, we're gonna talk about his dribbling, and I would say this guy felt fairly agile on the ball. He felt responsive. He felt reactive. He was able to juke defenders. He was able to beat a defender or two. But at the same time, he has 93 dribbling, and he didn't really feel like it. He felt more like he had dribbling in the high 80s. And I think it's down to his body type. I think his body type is limiting him feeling as light as he could. I'm not sure exactly what it was, because when I was shifting and turning and twisting with Sanchez in the box, he just didn't feel like he had 93 dribbling. He felt like he had like 87, 88 dribbling. His ball control, I will say, was very good. He did take very good first touches. But like I said, where he did let me down was his turning ability. While it was very good, it just wasn't up to that 93 dribbling standard. Overall, I got to give his dribbling an 8.5 out of 10. He's definitely enough to get the job done. But I did have him paired with Mueller up top. And just together, I didn't have enough dribbling from that duo. And it really let me down at the beginning of weekend league. Next, we're going to talk about this guy's physical, and I would say he's pretty decent, all right? He has 83 stamina. At striker, he'll probably last all game. He has 77 strength, 73 aggression, so it does kind of help his lack of top-end dribbling, being that he is able to ride a challenge here or there. That being said, though, because he's not that tall, because he's not that big, he's not going to be able to be a true target man. If that's what you want out of him, just don't expect it. He does have good jumping. He does have good heading accuracy, but heading is dead, so I wouldn't expect that out of him as well. Overall, this guy's physical is an 8 out of 10. All right, guys, so what is the final verdict on this card? You might be listening to this review thinking, yo, 1 star, you're saying a bunch of good things about this card. Why don't you recommend him? And what I will say is that cards like him, being that team of the season, are dime a dozen. He felt very average in game. He didn't feel like he was bringing me a 600, 700,000 coin impact on my team. I mean, I think that there's a lot of team of the season cards on the same level as him, and he lacks a lot of traits. He lacks the top end dribbling. He lacks the top end pace. So while he's very good at a lot of things, he just doesn't excel enough to justify the price. I think as an icon striker, he is worthwhile, being that he does have good links, stuff like that. But as a striker in general, I wouldn't really recommend paying 600 or 700,000. I think he felt like he was worth more like 300,000. But that's just me. My experience is my experience. Your experience may vary. So yeah. So that's going to be my Hugo Sanchez review. Hopefully you guys at home found it helpful. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next episode. But until then,